Athena. This is Athena, and she is a great dog, but she is very rambunctious. She's basically still a puppy. She's about a year and a half, and her guardian just adopted her a week ago. So she's only been here for a week. Now, when you get a new dog, it usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks before you actually start seeing the dog's true personality. She's nice and comfortable here, but I think she's pushing the boundaries to see what she can get away with. One of the main problems that her guardian has is her mouthing and nipping, especially when she's excited. So I'm going to talk a little bit about mouthing and nipping as it relates to puppies. So first of all, dogs explore things through their mouth. As a puppy, it's really important that we teach them bite inhibition, and most people do a really poor job of doing that. So we want them to understand that they can't bite us hard. Now, one of the things that I suggest the guardian get is some dog toys for the dog to have, more things for her to engage with. One of the things I'd like her to have is a rope pull tug toy. So it's a big thing of rope, tied to usually a knot on both sides. Sometimes they have little toys. You don't need the little toys attached. I just want to be able to play tug of war with her. And so she can grab a hold of the rope, and this will help her actually practice having good control of her feet, of her teeth. So playing tug of war is something you can do, but anytime that her teeth touch you, you want to yelp like that. I would usually use a higher pitched voice. I wasn't really expecting that. That didn't hurt. But when dogs are playing with each other, one of them bites too hard, the other one will yelp. Both dogs will pause for a second, and they kind of have a conversation like, "Are you okay? Man, that was too tough. That hurt me. I'm sorry, I just got really excited. Okay, that's fine. Just don't bite that hard again. We can keep going. You ready to go? Yep." And then they go back to playing. This is kind of an illustration of like when we're kids, when we first start fooling around. First time we kiss somebody, usually we are so excited that we're kind of biting their lips a little bit the first couple times we kiss someone. And it's just because we're so excited. We don't mean to bite them, it's just we're kind of lose control. Dogs are a little bit more primal than we are, so it's very normal for them to mouth and nip. We need to teach them not to. So what I do is anytime that the dog's teeth touch a human, even if it's not a nip, it's accidental. The dog's licking you and teeth accidentally brushed, which is what happened when I yelped here. You want to yelp. I use like kind of a higher pitch yelp. When she gets done drinking water, I'm going to wrestle with her a little bit, and when she does it, I'm going to yelp and kind of demonstrate it. Now what we do is we yelp, we freeze, wait a second or two, and then we can go back to doing what we're doing. Now sometimes she's a little bit older for this, but if you have a younger puppy, a lot of times when puppies get cranky, they get very mouthy and nippy. So consider that for her, because she's still a puppy, but she's a mature puppy. So if she gets really mouthy or nippy, or a yelp and she just keeps on jumping up on you, then ask yourself, how long has it been since she's had a nap? Most people are unaware that dogs sleep 17 hours a day on average. It means only 6 hours every 24-hour period where they're actually awake. All right, you ready? Let's play. Let's play. I want to get a little bit of this mouthy. Oh yes, there we go. There we go. Got some play going. Oh yes. Oh, you're so fast. You're so fast. You're so fast and nimble. Ooh. Oh yes. Oh yes. This is not the sort of play that I want. We can go back to playing. So you have to really sell it. It's got to be a really high-pitched voice. Now, there are some other things you can do as well. Sometimes dogs are just bored. Kind of, you'll get this sort of response. When you yelp, she's just like, I don't care, I have to play. Well, then if I were to pull out something and ask the guardian, can you hand me the remote control over there? And she threw it, if she threw it over there, I'd be like, that's pretty rude. For a dog, if the dog wants something and I just put it in the dog's mouth, the dog's like, how lame. They want to be able to chase it. So when she's doing this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out something for her to chew on, an appropriate chew toy, and I'm going to tease her with it a little bit. I'm not going to give it to her. I'm going to make her get it from me. So I'm redirecting her into something that's appropriate to chew on, that she likes, and I'm going to let her win. So now she feels, if I just give it to her, I don't want that. I want to play. I want to provoke a response from you. So to film her, go for your finger. But so now she felt she won. She took that away from me. She took a trophy away from that little excursion, and now she gets to go chew on the reward. So always have, what I usually use, this is a bully stick. what I would usually use would be a nylabone. So if you come back to me, they have bones, ironically, our guardian here works in the medical industry, or will be, but they have bones that don't look like any actual bones. I call it the cartoon bone. So they make nylabones that look like this. They usually come in a package of 3. There's one that's cookie, one that's really bendable, and one that's rigid. The rigid ones are the ones we want. At her age, I wouldn't want to get you can give it the cookie one, but I would just find the single package. Get 3 bones that are, well, we have a bunch of roommates, so I would have one for each roommate. Hey, and make sure that we get one that's about this size, so each roommate can have one. We're doing a little video. So the roommate can have one in their back pocket. So anytime the dog starts getting mouthy with them, they pull, and they do the yelping thing first. If that doesn't work, the dog does what she just did. We pull it out and we kind of tease her. We poke her side. When she goes this way, we poke this side. We tap her head. We don't abuse the dog, obviously, but we make it, oh, I really want to get that thing. It keeps on poking me. And then when she latches onto it, hold onto it. Let her pull it and let her pull it away from you. And then she'll go do what she does now. We've redirected her into chewing on something that's an appropriate chew toy. And she's satisfied. She's getting it out of her system. We're satisfied because we're not getting bite marks on our hands. Now, something else, I do this as puppies, but she's old enough, I don't see why she couldn't. A lot of puppies, I like to help them develop a taste for this. But I would just get carrots. And a carrot could be something great for you to have in your back pocket. Carrots are very dense. The dogs can chew on them. They can ingest them. Hey, how you doing, buddy? So you saw when she came back, she didn't have that same energy that she did before, where she was all excited and she wanted to, latch onto me. She got her good chew on. Now she came over and her energy was nice and calm. So again, if your dog is mouthy and nippy, ask yourself, how long has it been since dog's had a nap? Maybe if I've had a lot of people in the apartment all day long, maybe it's time for us to go into a bedroom and for her to have a little bit of downtime. I grab one of my textbooks and sit there and I'm going to read for an hour, give her a chance to sleep and kind of practice or just get it out of her system. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to yelp. Again, high-pitched voice. We have all females that live here, right? So the higher pitch will work better. And then retract and then freeze. And if she starts bouncing around, jumping around, then I would pull the one out of my pocket, poke her with it, and when she grabs it, let her wrestle it away from me, immediately pick up another carrot or a nylabone or bully stick and put it in my back pocket. So at all times when me and my roommates here, we're always going to have something in our back pocket to redirect her to. But the carrots are great because you can give them to them as a bone. It actually helps ward off a type of cancer. And it's something good and durable for her to chew, and she'll probably sit there and chew it and be happy to do so. All right, so this is a couple of tips and tricks that you can use to stop your dog from being mouthy, nippy, or latching onto you when they don't want to say no.